that was a relatively benign start there, but now as he rolls over the top, yes, he's going to do what the fixed-wing boys do. That is a half-Cuban. And when he goes upside down and he's trying to turn it whilst upside down, the tail is wanting to go off into all sorts of different directions. So there's a lot of cross-controlling and activity going on in the cockpit there. Both the crew in the aircraft are based in Middle Wharf in 671 Squadron. That is the operational training unit in which the newly qualified pilots would convert to this particular type, and he goes out on what we call the excess. He's just throwing in another loop for good measure. Now look at that. You don't see helicopters doing that every day of the week. Now, Mick actually joined the Royal Corps of Transport. He didn't even intend to be a pilot when he first joined the Army. Holding it right up now, and it's got a big boot of the pedal in, and a fabulous silhouette there of the Western Lynx helicopter. This, of course, still holds the world helicopter speed record of nearly 250 miles an hour, and that aircraft has been refurbished and is now based down at Western. Now, if you missed some of those manoeuvres, stand by for what is the trademark of the Army Air Corps air displays, and it has been for many years. Coming up, the famous backspin. Just repositioning now, checking the T's and C's, checking the wind is okay. He's going to pull the stick right back into his stomach. Any minute now, he's just getting comfortable, making sure that it's all as well. This is not an easy manoeuvre. There he goes! Now, unsurprisingly, Mick was awarded the best student on all three phases of this flying training course. Started flying the Lynx helicopter in 2002 and transferred to the Army Air Corps in the summer of 2003. Look at this hanging stall turn now. He's actually hovering the aircraft sideways, just letting the weight of the aircraft pull it back down to earth. And you can see quite a bit of drift there as well at that altitude from that strong southwesterly wind. He's giving a little bit of low-level work now as this shows the agility of the helicopter. He's flown with Lynx in Iraq, Bosnia, Northern Ireland and Kenya. But also then spent a bit of time on the flanks, as we call them, the fixed-wing aircraft, having completed the RAF multi-engine course on the Beechcraft 200 and then the Britain Northern Ireland. Came the QFI on the Defender and the Firefly and the Seagull. Not surprisingly, he therefore learned a lot of aerobatics on the fixed-wing aircraft before he started doing aerobatics in the Lynx. Pushing it right up now, any second now, he pushed the nose right down, and goodness, all the blood's going to rush to their head, and it just goes the other way round. So again, all the world goes upside down. The other pilot there, what he is doing is checking all the instruments and what we call those important T's and P's, the temperatures and pressures, whilst Mick concentrates totally on the flying configuration. At any stage, of course, this helicopter doesn't glide like a fixed-wing aircraft would. If it all goes wrong, then it would have to auto-rotate straight down to earth, and of course, not a lot of time to sort it all out. Mick is now teaching on all stages of the Lynx Mark 7 conversion type and roll courses. Now I've been upgraded to a B1 instructor. It's got well over 2,800 hours. Lynx famous for its operations right through the late 70s and 80s in what was then the British Army of the Rhine in Germany, and its Cold War role as a Hellon aircraft fitted with anti-tank missiles, and of course extensively in Northern Ireland as well, counter-terrorist and reconnaissance missions. Again in the Gulf War of 1990-91 in an anti-tank role. Now, gradually being phased out over the next year to It is unlikely, sadly, that we'll bring this back in an aerobatic role next year. The aircraft all being replaced by the Wildcat, which is going to be in joint service with both the Army Air Corps and the Royal Navy. So here's now entering a rearward transition. Again, Mick concentrating on flying, live on all the instrumentation and balancing the forks, the output from both the two jet engines. And you can see this aircraft operating the new aircraft all being on wheels so that they have extra utility for seaborne operations, being able to manoeuvre around the day. So a good 180 twist there with the tail up towards the end of the display now. You see this marvellous agility, and that's all down to this semi-rigid titanium head that is based on top of the aircraft, and that's what gives it flexibility and the rigidity to be able to do all these aerobatic maneuvers. The aircraft in service operation now is the 9 Alpha. So it's got wheels and the uprated engines and some uprated avionics as well. And from the experiences, some of the experiences learned from the 9 Alpha, they would be transferred to the downhill program of the Wildcat. So they're putting up now, if you missed the first backflip, then you're getting a chance now to photograph the second and last one of the day. Again, this is a delicate manoeuvre. They have to ensure that everything is absolutely spot on and they're very comfortable with the position and the wind. Here we go, the backflip. So again, a bit of low-level manoeuvring now. This